My dear readers, listeners, and of course, friends. In the early decades of the 21st century, a phenomenon unseen since the Industrial Revolution has emerged with a force so potent, so revolutionary, that it has left governments scrambling in its wake. The advent of artificial intelligence, a frontier of human ingenuity, has sparked not only a renaissance of technological innovation, but also a palpable wave of dread amongst those who legislate from the comfort of their gilded chambers. The European Union, in a move that will be remembered as a historic testament to fear, has unveiled the world's first major attempt to regulate this unbridled force, the AI Act. What follows is an attempt to dissect this momentous occasion not as a step forward but as a leap backward, driven by an incontinent terror that has left its architects visibly trembling. As we peer behind the curtain of this legislative spectacle, what becomes glaringly apparent is not the foresight of those at the helm, but rather their profound apprehension in the face of change. The European lawmakers, a cohort one might generously describe as not on the cusp of their youth, have demonstrated a reaction so visceral, so steeped in the fear of obsolescence, that it borders on the comedic. This AI Act is their opus, a work not of visionary leadership, but of existential terror, an attempt to put reins on a stallion that has not only already bolted but is redefining the very landscape it traverses. This act, with its divisions of technology into categories of risk from unacceptable to low hazard, betrays a misunderstanding so fundamental that it would be pitiable if it weren't so potentially stifling. It is akin to attempting to categorize the wind or to legislate the ocean's tides. Artificial intelligence, in its essence, is a mirror to our own intelligence, unpredictable, vast, and boundless. To think it can be neatly boxed into categories of hazard is to betray a lack of understanding so profound, so complete, that it verges on the tragic. The terror does not end with misunderstanding. It is compounded by the palpable incontinence of those making these laws, a metaphorical soiling of pants at the prospect of a world that slips ever further from their grasp. This fear is not the healthy respect of a craftsman for his unpredictable materials, nor the awe of the scientist at the unknown frontiers of knowledge. No, it is the raw, unadulterated terror of the technologically inept, who see in every advance not the promise of a brighter future, but the spectre of their own irrelevance. In their rush to legislate, to control, to contain, what the European Union fails to grasp is the very nature of the beast they seek to cage. Artificial intelligence is not a mere tool, a device to be switched off and on at will. It is the next evolution of our collective intellect, a force that will redefine the boundaries of what is possible, of what it means to be human. By attempting to regulate it with the blunt instrument of law, they reveal not prudence but panic, not governance but a governance of fear. And so, as the EU pats itself on the back, heralding this act as a pioneering step, one must ask, are we witnessing leadership, or are we observing the last desperate gasps of a generation in power at the brink of its own obsolescence? For in their incontinent terror, these lawmakers reveal not just a fear of artificial intelligence, but a fear of the future itself, a future that, with each passing day, grows increasingly impatient with their inability to comprehend its language. Let this then be the true introduction to the AI Act, a monument not to human ingenuity, but to human fear. A testament not to our ability to shape the future, but to our profound terror at its approach. As the world moves forward, may we look back on this act not as a guiding light, but as a cautionary tale of what happens when fear, rather than vision, leads the way.